I was right about my stepdad. My mom got married to this guy after only knowing him in person for one day before getting engaged. I had a really difficult time with this guy because he was constantly making sexual innuendos to me about my mom and, in general, behind her back. He played cruel mental games with me and my siblings. He was physically abusive as well, mostly to my youngest brother. But to my mom and the people in his circle, he displayed himself as an aging bachelor who always wanted a family. Everyone saw him as this kind, family-oriented, would do anything for your kind of guy. He controlled this narrative that I was a messed-up kid who was into boys, alcohol, and drugs. I barely experimented at 13, so minuscule it was laughable, so he had to keep a tight leash on me. I would try and tell my mom about how cringe he was, and she would always blow me off. After an especially brutal incident with my little brother, I reported it to a teacher at my school. Because of his good old boy reputation, and how he represented me as a troubled teen trying to cause drama, no one did anything about it, and he actually threatened to kill me if I opened my mouth again. The happiest day of my life is when he requested to be transferred out of the country to make more money. He eventually divorced my mom, but before he did, we had found this really explicit letter that a woman had written to him about how much she loved him raping her, and how all she wanted in life was to be his sex slave. She went on and on about all the rough things she wanted him to do to her, and how often she thought of all the wild sex they had many years prior. She said she loved him, and wanted to leave her husband to be with him, even knowing that he was married. My mom just gave me the rest of the letters she found over 25 years ago, and it was revealed that all of the letter writers talk about the wild sex that they had was when she was a young teen at summer camp, and he was her camp counselor. He was having rough, wild sex with a young teenage girl at summer camp when he was an adult. It makes me sick to my stomach to know that this is who I had been exposed to as a young girl at the time myself. My mom barely knew him and left me to live with him by myself for months. This also supported a suspicion I had that he had a sexual relationship with a girl I went to high school with while we were 15 at the time. I didn't have proof, but I remember he had a secret meeting with her parents and all of a sudden she wasn't at school anymore. After he divorced my mom, she had found a pay stub showing he was paying child support for a kid we had no idea about. Long story short, this guy always gave me the ick. I was always uncomfortable around him and pleaded with my mom to see how sick he was, but no one would believe me. I was right all along. I went down a rabbit hole today trying to see if he ended up with the summer.